Hey, everybody, welcome to the live stream. We are here at Mary Free Bed at the Professional Building. We just finished wrapping up the Ms. Wheelchair Michigan competition. I am here right now talking to Shelly Luce. Shelly is the president of Ms. Wheelchair America and also the state coordinator for Ms. Wheelchair Michigan. Can you just walk us through today's event and what all the contestants did today?
Today's event was to crown the next title holder. And what the contestants went through is they go through judging. They have private judging and panel judging. Then they present a speech and they answer on-stage questions. And the judges give them a score, and the scores decide who the winner is. The ladies today have been able to talk to each other. We had some workshops where we talked about what your goals are, and Jamie was able to share what her year was like so that they have an idea of what it's going to be like this next year.
And how excited are you for our new winner and for all that's going to be in the future for her? What's next on her radar in the next months and year going forward?
I'm so excited to watch. It's always a pleasure to watch them when they first get crowned. And then by the time they're finished, they have so much more confidence and they feel that they have power in their voice. And that's really what the program is all about.
And it's been fun for myself and the hospital to partner alongside Ms. Wheelchair America. You know, we joined a couple years ago to help with the national competition, and we hosted the state competition last year. And we're just excited for the next year. So what is the dates or rough times for the next part for her? This is this national competition here coming up in August, I believe, right?
Yes. The national competition is August 19th through the 25th. And it will be at the Amway Grand right here in downtown Grand Rapids. And it will be an amazing week for her. She comes with one platform, but she leaves with 30 platforms because of all the ladies. They all see the value in each other's platforms, and then they can help share that message also.
Awesome. Well, Shelly, thank you so much for joining us for the conversation. Sure. We're going to bring in last year's winner from Ms. Wheelchair Michigan, Jamie Jr. Shelly, you were good.
Thank you.
If you want to come in over here, Jamie can talk about what the competition was like for her and also share a little bit about the national competition. This was in August, where she was part of the national championship here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. We're going to adjust her camera and get her set up.
You want me to kid this guy?
Let's see here. Yep, I'm going to switch and bring you in. Live conversations here. We'll bring her in right here. So Jamie, thank you so much for chatting with us. Tell me, you had been through the whole year of being Ms. Wheelchair Michigan. Walk me through a little bit about what your experience was like holding the state title.
Oh wow, it was an eye-opening experience and very empowering. I learned a lot of things about myself. I consider myself to be a pretty self-actualized person from the beginning, but I learned a lot about myself and about self-care actually. Being Miss Wheelchair Michigan and the responsibilities really forced me to take my self-care really seriously. And if I had advice for it, our new Miss Wheelchair Michigan, Shanta, I think that would be it. Make self-care a priority.
What was the national competition like and meeting all those other women? Shelly just kind of alluded to it where you come in with one platform, but then you leave with 30. How was that experience being with all the other ladies there? How did that impact you?
It impacted me in a major way. So to see so many women, other women that use wheelchairs to navigate the world was, again, it was an empowering and impassioning experience. Being able to actually have conversations with a friend and they understand completely what you're talking about, because there's some things that you just don't understand unless you experience. So being able to have some of those, what you go through, um, conversations, or these are things that I've figured out. Conversation about personal matters is it's freeing. It is. It's very freeing, and it's an experience that I am so glad that I had, and I am so excited to see what Shantae is going to do, and I'm so excited for just the whole program going forward.
Now, you are passing on the title, passing on the crown, but Ms. Wheelchair America doesn't leave you. You are still that title holder from that year, and you're going to bring everything you learned into your work. Do you mind, really quickly, as our last question, tell me what you do and maybe how this experience is going to impact you as you are living your life and furthering it forward?
Sure. So for my work, I employ with Disability Network, Wayne County, Detroit. They are a center for independent living, and so we represent Detroit and all of Wayne County. In my role there, I am the advocacy and community education coordinator. How Mrs. Wheelchair America, Michigan, and the America experience impacted that work is it gave me a new perspective, because not only can I bring my own personal lived experience and people that I know locally, but it enhances my advocacy, because I understand the global impact of the work that I do, the shared experiences of other women from across the country.
Awesome. Well, Jamie, thank you so much for chatting with us and being here for this event and passing on the crown. Wish you the best in your work, and have a safe drive back to the east side of the state.
Thank you so much.
Right now, we're going to bring in our new winner. Let's bring in Shantae. She can come over here. We'll get you set up here as we kind of trade spots. So excited for Shantae. She is from Taylor, and she works full-time as a wife and mother and advocate. She has a Bachelor of Communications from Oakland University, and she uses a wheelchair after she sustained a spinal cord injury in 2018. Her platform is bridging the gap between caretakers and patients, and she's had a really interesting story that she shared with us as in part of her speech and just her background before the accident. So we are going to bring her in here, and we'll get her mic'd up, and we're going to kind of adjust the camera here a little closer. Is that good right there?
Yes.
Frame this up here. Thank you, watchers, for doing this. So, Shantae, tell me, how are you feeling? You just were crowned the state title holder for Ms. Wheelchair Michigan. How are you feeling?
I feel extremely excited. I'm eager to hit the ground rolling.
For the people who are watching online, can you just walk me through your story? You were working in healthcare field, and then you had your injury, and that perspective change, that 360 you mentioned. Can you just share that with us?
So I worked as a director of care of a long-term care facility, which gave me the opportunity to work with patients both on state-funded programs as well as private pay. And I noticed a dynamic where people on state program had a specific treatment plan. So the treatment plan may consist of receiving 3 showers per week, 4 incontinence cares per day, 2 transfers. And then now I'm sitting in a situation where I'm the patient, and I have a different type of situation where I'm on workers' comp. So workers' comp, they pay for my care. I'm not limited to how many showers I can get or cathing cares. I'm not limited to that. And then to meet my peers who has the same level of care needs as I, or if not worse, but they're not afforded that same opportunity. So I think bridging the gap between caregivers and patients will equal a quality of life.
How was the experience today, the interview process, and what went through your mind when you thought, maybe I would want to compete in this? Because I've heard this from so many ladies, or it's like, I don't know, a pageant, a competition, I don't think it's for me. But here at Ms. Wheelchair America and Ms. Wheelchair Michigan, it is an actual competition. It's advocacy based. It is not a beauty pageant. What was the experience like today, and what went through your mind in wanting to sign up for this?
Advocacy. I believe in holding people accountable. I believe in holding self accountable, and to know that I lost physical use of my legs. I can't do uh, ADLs, right? But I have a voice, a strong voice. I have a brain, a strong brain, one that I'm going to make work for the people. I believe with the knowledge I have as a director of care and now as the patient, I get to see that 360 view, which is why I was able to see the glass half full as a director of care, but I could see it half full as a patient.
Awesome. And just really quick to your accident, can you walk me through what happened and what level it is and how it impacts you on a daily basis?
So I sustained a C2 to C7 cervical injury. I tripped and fell walking upstairs at work. Broke my neck. I have a Baflican pump, so I have bad spasticities. I need assistance with total care. Total care. I couldn't imagine life. What kind of quality of life I would have without that proper care. Right. So I went from a full able body, assuring the care of 75 plus individuals to needing care.
As we start to wrap up this interview, and now you are starting your year as a title holder, what's going to be your message, and what are you hoping to spread as the news you're going to be sharing to everybody out there, able-bodied and people that use wheelchairs?
The message is no one should be limited to the amount of care they need. If it's reasonable and necessary, regardless of insurance status, you should be able to have that care because it equals a quality care. We have the ADA with the American Disability Acts. They prohibit discrimination from education, employment, transportation, and healthcare. Healthcare is broad, but you can't have healthcare without caregiving.
So as we end this interview, to somebody out there who uses a wheelchair, who's thinking, I don't know if I want to compete, or just thinking about someone who wants to become an advocate in any way, what would you say to them to inspire them and push them forward?
Give life your very best try and roll on purpose. Anything you do on purpose and intentional, it serves its purpose right there because you're doing it intentional. Be your authentic self. Some may be physically limited, but don't allow your voice to stop. Just because you got to do stuff different. Like I said, if it was a detour in the road, right? So there's a detour. I can't go that way, but if I go around, I'm going to still get there. It may take me a little bit longer, but if I take that detour, I'm going to get there.
Those are some wise words there. Shanta Favors, the new Ms. Wheelchair Michigan 2024. Thank you so much for talking with us. Have a safe trip back to the east side of the state. And thank you, everybody, for watching here on the Mary Free Bed Facebook page, all across on social media. Mary Free Bed was the presenting sponsor. Mary Free Bed Guild was the presenting sponsor of Ms. Wheelchair Michigan today. We're thankful to the community who helped put on this event. And just stay tuned for more from Shanta and her travels across the state. And we just appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much.